Hello, my friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today is the day. Today is the first episode in my brand new series, which right now is just going to be called the Squish Series. Squish Series. If you can think of a better name, please let me know. But basically, my idea is to create apartments and maybe tiny houses, but mostly apartments for Squishmallows. If you don't know, Squishmallows are very, very popular stuffed toys, stuffed animals. They come in so many hundreds of different styles, and then styles within that, and they have their own community within themselves. And each of these Squishmallows have a personality. Their tag tells you all about them and tells you all about what you need to know about them. So, for instance, the Squishmallow that we are currently building for in this build right now that you're watching is for Wendy, and she is a frog. And let me tell you a little bit about Wendy before we get too far into the build so you know my concept going in and what it was based off of. So Wendy's wiki says, "Welcome Wendy. Wendy's birthday is May 10th, meaning her squish scope sign is a Taurus. You can always find her out on the basketball court. She won MVP award last year, or in the science lab, since chemistry is her favorite subject. She wants to be a famous scientist when she grows up and likes to paint pictures of her inventions. She's an all-around green gal and is also very eco-friendly, doing her part to clean up her community. Her favorite food is sushi, especially the avocado rolls, and one of her other favorite hobbies includes gardening with her family." So, what did I do to build this little apartment for Wendy the Frog, who was on one of the original first 8 Squishmallows? So the first thing I wanted to do going in was obviously have the green color, but instead of just doing like colors based on what these Squishmallows look like doing, green for a frog, blue for a octopus. Instead of doing it like that, I wanted it to be inspired by their color, but also just the style be inspired by their personality. So I started off with a more modern take on this, and I deleted so much footage, an hour and a half of footage of me just going modern and hating every second of it. The minute I swapped to this wallpaper that you see here with the wood and the green, I figured out the aesthetic and figured out that I wanted to do a more cottage type aesthetic because frogs, nature, just cottage vibes just works really well. So the main thing that I wanted to have in this apartment was a science room, an office for Wendy dedicated to her research and desire to learn and all of that stuff. So I wanted to have everything in there, and at first it was coming out very mad scientist, very Mint Gin of the Not So Berry Challenge. It just was not really giving me Wendy vibes. So I toned it back a little bit, and I think what came out was really, really good. And I think that we got a good mush together of all of her hobbies. She also really likes basketball, so I put a few basketballs down. And she also likes gardening, so I put a couple planter pots down. And I did block off this door a little bit because you can't actually use that door. You can't use the space outside, so it just felt like kind of a moot point. Here I go back to the kitchen and start placing down clutter and decorating it a little bit more and really diving in with everything that I wanted to do. So do you guys collect Squishmallows? Because Squishmallows are one of my special interests. I'm autistic and I just love Squishmallows and I feel connected to them and I really truly adore them, and I have way too many Squishmallows. I don't have Wendy though, so tell me, if you collect Squishmallows, or even if you don't, do you have a version of Wendy? What version of Wendy do you have? And how much do you love her? Because I need a Wendy, and one day I will have a Wendy and I will be happy. I know some people collect Wendy's very much, a lot. They avidly collect Wendy specifically. But I'm not the person that does that, and I don't collect any sort of specific Squishmallow to begin with. I just collect Squishmallows, and when I see a design that I love, or when I hear about a design I love, I need it. And then when I'm out and about, if I see one that I feel connected to, then I have to bring it home, because obviously I can't leave it behind. It'll be sad. And that's how my brain works. So with all of that said, I wanted to really focus on the cottagecore kind of colors and style with this like minty green, which is like the swatch that she is. And I thought that it would make sense. And here I put down this yoga mat and the bell because I'm gonna put a basketball next to it in a minute, and I just thought that this new piece of clutter with the yoga mat would look really nice with like a little basketball sitting there, since she does love basketball. And I thought that that was kind of cohesive and worked well together. Here I really loved putting these glasses up on this mirror. I thought that it was such a cute touch. And then over here we sized down this basket and rotate it to sit right next to the chair. And I think that's it for this area. And I also really love the bathroom, and in which we are doing now. I fiddled the counters for a minute because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted it to look like, but this is the counters we end up with. And I remembered a trash can, which I forgot my last build, sort of. And then I really wanted the concept to be bathtub. I wanted them to have a bathtub because I really felt like a frog would want a bathtub. Like, obviously this is like, if the Squishmallows were human, this is what they'd want, but like, she's a frog, she would want a bathtub. Okay, we're mixing it up here. This is a concept that I'm just coming up with as we go, so just be nice. You're all always nice, so I don't know why I would tell you to be nice, but do what you do. So here we just get some bathroom decor, and I think that it really comes together cohesively and works really well and really adorably, and I'm really happy with it. I think that it's really good. And I did add a couple of plants around because, you know, she loves gardening, so I thought that would be a nod to that. I love this light hanging down over the bathtub. I thought that was such a pretty concept. And here we are in the study, the room that I was the most nervous about, which is why I didn't save it to last, because I didn't want to dread the ending. So here we are moving into the office. Now this is like the 4th or 5th rendition. This is the first time I tried it with the more cottage style take on it. So I wanted to add a basketball. I wanted to add some things that you have to get through the scientist career, that you have to invent, because it says that she likes to paint pictures of her inventions, which I should have given her an easel. I didn't think about that until right now. An easel would have been good, but this apartment has a lot in it, so I don't know if we really need an easel. But she just really loves her inventions, so I gave her some clutter that would let her really work on stuff and research and do things like that. I gave her this doll because I just thought that maybe she researches the human body and how to improve it using robotics. Maybe she could do something like that. And then we get a mirror over here on this wall to fill up the space. And I liked this collage of paintings over the trunks because it says she paints pictures of her inventions, and those looked like someone had invented something on them. So that's why I placed those, because I thought it looked pretty. Here I knew exactly what bed I wanted to use. I wanted this bed. I know there's probably another bed or two that would have been good for this and that you guys would have chosen over this bed for this concept, but I really wanted this one. I thought the colors worked. I thought the shade of the colors worked, and this design fit with everything else that I was doing, and I was just really happy with it, and I really think that it turned out really good. So we get a wardrobe in here, we get some paintings and a dresser and a little ottoman, and that's about it for this build. So please tell me what you think of this series. I'm so excited to do this. I hope that you guys really like it. If you want to have a say in which Squishmallow gets chosen next, please check out my Twitter down below in the links below, and come follow me over there because I'll be doing a poll sometimes to see, which way we're going to go. So follow me there if you want. If you want to download this build, it is on the gallery under autyyt, which is autyyt. You find it under the hashtag autyyt as well, and that will all be listed down below. And this apartment comes in at 47,757 simoleons for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, and is built Pinecrest Apartments number 404 in Evergreen Harbor. I really hope you love this. I love you so, so much. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!